That's a little bit unexpected, isn't it? You were not expecting that. Well, Wooly here. Guys, welcome to Friday Night Live at Wooly's. It has been 3 weeks since my last confession. It has been a very, very, very eventful couple of weeks, I have to say. I'm still not fully recovered, to tell you the truth. I have been going to bed early and I have been getting up early all week, but I still haven't managed to get back into the swing of things just yet, guys. Yes, I was on my holidays. This is weird. Where should I put the camera? This is what I always be wondering. If the camera was there in the center, I would be looking at it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So glasses are on. Tonight's beverage, guys, is up to you to figure out. I decided to come on a little bit earlier tonight, guys, just to give myself a little bit of a chance to get back downstairs and hang out with the kids a bit. Yay. You know what that is? Who knows what that is? You focus on that? Yes, yeah, that is in the wrong place. That needs to go over there. Yeah, what a shot. Okay, so yes, it has been a very eventful couple of weeks, guys. As you might have gathered, I was away on my holidays for about 13 days. So it did take a lot of it did mean that we missed at least two live streams. And yeah, and before that it was the summer, and they're just crazy. But I came home when I was full of beans and full of good intentions and everything, and I have been cracking on with stuff and cracking on with videos. Proper order has been resumed on Wooly's World and Red Branch Bushcraft, guys. So it'll be back to 2 videos a week from now on. And man, we got some. If you're into chainsaw maintenance, guys, you're going to enjoy a couple of videos coming out. I actually uploaded a video today that brings me up to the 1st of October. So that's how far ahead I have got in this week. And I haven't even started my building projects yet. So, but they're all ready to go. Peppy, how's it going? No, Peppy, it is never 10 p.m. for us. It is always 9 p.m. for us. But it is 8:39 right now, so it'll be 9:39 with you. I decided to just come on a little bit early, just because I missed you guys so much. It's been so long. Guys, I've basically spent all week doing Red Branch stuff, or doing Wooly's World stuff. Demolishing things down at Red Branch, starting to build things down at Red Branch. I put a new carb into the 435. And I also, Tom, how's it going? I also fixed the 365 today as well. If you look at the thumbnail, guys, let me go and I'm going to put a picture up in the community section right now. Okay, right now. And that is a screenshot of today's video that I uploaded that won't come out until the 1st. Camp is starting next weekend. That's when it is starting again. Hello, Wallace, Bumpin' Rocks, Peppy, Tom. Hello, everybody. So I had a really good time. We went to Spain. I had a really, really good time, and we actually spent a lot of the time when we were in Spain. Not a lot of time. We spent some of the time in Spain organizing our trip for next year, which is going to be to Canada. We're going to Canada next year, which will be very exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, 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 very exciting. Yeah, I got the helicoils done. I did the helicoils today. It was remarkably straightforward. I was absolutely going, this is going to be a disaster, but it was very, very straightforward. It was very easy. I'm not going to say easy. It all seemed to go very well. That's all I'm going to say. We are going to Toronto. We're going south of Toronto. We're going down to the lakes, beside the lakes there. If that makes sense, Wallace. Let me just check Google Maps. I will tell you exactly now where we're going. Now I'm not too sure. It's pretty rural. I think I might have made a mistake there. Anywho. Nice. No, I am not visiting Buchan. Buchan is too far away from Toronto. He is all the way on the west coast, as far as I know, and that is probably like another 5-6 hour flight, which I could not afford or have the time to do. But yeah, I helicoiled the 365 today, guys. I decided, right, this is it. I need to get this done. I can't sit with these saws not working. So on Tuesday, I put the new carb into the 435, and today I was waiting for parts to turn up. Today I actually let me step that back a bit, right? I took it to a saw shop on Monday, right? Not a saw shop. I took it to a higher place that fixes machines on Monday. And the man said to me, he says, I know exactly what's wrong with this, but I don't really know how to, I can't really fix it, right? I says, the treads are gone on the inside, where the exhaust goes on or the muffler goes on. And what I need to do is I need to helicoil it. And I don't have a kit and I don't really know how to do it. And he said, right, we don't helicoil stuff here. We're not going to do that for you. And I was like, then what you suggest? He says, I would just put a new engine into it. And I was like, what? He says, yeah, we just put a new engine into it. And I was like, you instead of helicoiling it, you would just put a new engine into it. And I says, and how much would that cost? And he says, let me go check. So he went away onto his computer. And he came back. Candy, how's it going? Guys, guess how much it was going to cost. Parts only to fix it. In the comments. Now, more than that saw anyway, Tom. Higher bumping. Guys, it was going to cost for the part £350, 350 sterling, which is nearly $400. Guys, this is what they said to me. And I said, I started to laugh. I said, that is the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. Like, hands down, that's it. I was thinking to myself, if you were a saw owner and that had happened to your saw and you took it in to get it fixed there and they said to you, it's going to cost you £300, we're just going to replace the engine. Is there people that would say, oh, okay, yeah, just go ahead and do it? Wayne, how's it going? Do you know what I mean? It's just insane. So I went home and I bought the coil kit and I ordered it on Amazon. It came the next day, and I was heading out to do it, and I just happened to be talking to Doug, and Doug was like, "Oh, make sure you put thread lock on it." And I went, "Right, I'll have no thread lock. Amazon, buy thread lock." And then I was like, "Oh Jesus, well, I'm actually going to be cutting steel here, or cutting aluminium. So I need some lubricant. I need some cutting stuff." So I had to get that. So all that came today. It was lashing rain. Pat, how's it going? Absolutely lashing. So I says, right, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to go and do it. Now, I was riding on a bit of a wave here because I had replaced the carb in the 435 on Tuesday. So I was thinking to myself, hang on a second, I'm not completely useless at this. I can actually do stuff. So then I went. And I did it. And it was quite doable. It really was not a big deal. And this is the thing. When I came home on Monday from the place, and I was thinking to myself, what the hell am I going to do now? And I was sitting there and I was having a cup of coffee, and I picked up my phone. And guys, this is the universe just all coming together to give you messages. This is exactly what happened. I picked up my phone. Oh, Tasman has a video. Watch Tasman's video. What was it? It was about helicoiling the bloody 500i. I can't believe he has to helicoil the 500i. Now, my saw is 10 years old. You know, could be 12 years old. But the 500i. So it was like, right, hang on a second. What bushcraft raft? Pat, you're talking about something that I've forgotten about. I guarantee it. Guys, I have 7 people watching and 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Get those thumbs up, people, please. What are you talking about, Pat? The bushcraft raft. That makes sense. But now I can't remember. Now I can't remember, Pat. Sorry. So yeah, and I started it and it worked, and there's no exhaust fumes leaking out from anywhere. I did use blue thread lock on it. I tightened them down as much as possible. One was harder to tighten than the other, and I was thinking maybe I didn't put the coil in far enough on one side, but it'll all be in the video, guys. But you have to wait until the 1st of October for it to come out, which is like 16 days away, which is mental. But yes, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good to go away. It was good. We went to. I did a lot of swimming. I did a lot of swimming, and I came. It was good to come home, and I sort of came home energized, even though I was really tired. I came home like, right, this is what I got to do, and I went and I ordered stuff, and I ordered timber, and got a new grinder and stuff like that, and moving forward with projects. So the next thing I have to start doing next week, and hopefully I can get John to help me with this, but I don't know if he can. Is I'm going to build. Just don't snap the tap, eh? What tap? You've lost me, Tom. Ed, how's it going, buddy? So what I did was I got some 4x4s. I was planning on doing the woodshed, or the what is the word for it? The covered. Let's call it the covered. Let's call it the workshop, right? I was planning on doing the workshop out of timber from Red Branch, but it was just taking so long to get it skinned off and stuff like that, that I just was sort of going, right, this is holding me up, and I'm sort of using this as an excuse because it's holding me up as well. So I just bought some 4x4s, and I'm just going to concrete them into the ground, and I'm just going to work from there. Oh, excuse me. Do you know what I mean? So it's all there. It's all ready to go. All I have to do is get down and get somebody to give me a hand to level up some posts. And that's it. Once I get that done, bish bash bosh, then I can start moving and get a roof on it and get all those important things done that have not been done over the summer, which is the way things generally go. And then of course this happened as well. Look. Who is that man? Who's that man? And they get passport photographs taken. So what has been going on out there with you guys? It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. Give me some scandal. What has been happening? I had very little. I had very little. What do you call that stuff? Internet connection. So I missed loads of stuff. Missed loads and loads of stuff. Yes. Really, is that all that's been happening, guys? Is that it? It's been hectic. It's been hectic here, and this was the thing. We flew home last Friday, and we get home very early in the morning. Hang on. We get home very Martin, what's the crack? We get home very early in the morning, like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or something like that. I don't have a sawmill. Do you? Did you get a sawmill, Pat? So what happened is we got home really early. Where was I going with this? And it was really hot. We got home, we got off the plane. I was in my shorts and a t-shirt. I had like a light jacket on because we brought very little with us. I brought like one bag, carry-on bag onto the plane. Everybody had a carry-on bag on the plane. That was it. And we, because we were basically going to this place that was like loads of swimming pools and stuff. So I brought lots of swimwear and not a lot else. And we landed back in Ireland and it was like 26 degrees. It's like stepping out of Spain in Ireland. Usually it's freezing. But it wasn't. It was just so class. But then sure, we were wrecked for the weekend and the Rugby World Cup started. So I literally spent 3 days watching rugby, which was amazing. It's like I was in a coma. I was just like this, look. No, not in the cabin, Ed. I installed it yesterday in a tent. It's going to go into a tent first. I am looking at maybe picking up another one cheap. That was only 100 quid. And you can buy right angle pieces. So a right angle piece out through the wall, right angle piece up like that. Everything comes, 100 quid. It's, and apparently they are very commonly used in men's sheds or in sheds and stuff like that as well. So I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to kit the shed out only for me to change my mind and have to put it somewhere else. You know what I mean? If I had to, I know it's. Glenn, how's it going? Now that is a question. I don't use the Hyundai Trimmer anymore. I actually sold it to my cousin-in-law, maybe the man that is married to my cousin, and he uses it. Well, I think he does. But I use a Honda now. I was using the Honda yesterday. I'm doing a lot of gardening, a lot of catch-up gardening. Genie Mac. Spent 2 days of non-stop grass cutting, like strimming and busting briars and stuff like that as well. So it is. I would say, Ed, that this wee stove is class. Very easily, this stove will heat the cabin. Very easy. When I think about it, it'll put me out of the tent. Definitely, it'll be very hot in the tent. So I'm using an old tent first just to make sure that everything is in the right place. Even the hole is already in the old tent, you see. So I thought you said you should see Chris. He got his eyes out. Is it gun related, Pat, or is it chainsaw related? I literally, yeah, I was supposed to go down. I was supposed to camp out tonight, but I never got the whole thing set up, and I would have had to be standing down there in the rain. It's a bit of a miserable night to be camping. No, it doesn't have heat shielding. It is a silicone. Let me show you. I'll have to show you. It's a flashing kit, right? It's called a flashing kit. And this came with, like I bought the stove secondhand. And it came with this, which is like an extra 30 quid on top. I would say the Hyundai Trimmer is probably one of the best budget trimmers out there. That's what I think. That thing was unstoppable. It was very powerful. It was very good. Now I got the biggest one that they made. So it actually was so good that it had me thinking that I would test one of their chainsaws, but I never actually got around to it. I was looking at their 60cc chainsaw. Yeah, Labu's a different animal altogether. This is a big cotton canvas 6-meter TP tent. You know, the person who had it before me put the stove in this position. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So so I am not putting any extra holes in it. This is where he had the stove, and it worked. I would say that this thing can that flashing kit that I put up, I think it can withstand 300 degrees or something like that. $300 degrees. Yeah. It's installing the bloody things. Do you know what I mean? It's cutting a hole in a 1,300-pound tent. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean? You know, so it's all for, you know. Yeah, I would say so, Ed. Like the plan is to try it over the winter in this position. I sort of think because now the video will come out in Red Branch Bushcraft, guys, and you can tell me what you think when it comes out. But we're fairly caught up on Red Branch as well. I'm not sure how many. I can't actually check how many videos we are ahead. Yes, cold wet days, and these teepees are 6 meters. They're huge. They're huge. So they're dark. This is the only problem with them with a green tent, is that they're very dark on the inside. So I'll have to sort out some lights, some tent lights. So I want to set this tent up, right? And what will happen, guys, is, do you know that an advert is going to come on for some of you? This is what it's telling me now. Ads will run shortly for some viewers. I'm just going to see what happens with that. Yeah, well, I was thinking solar lights, like a cheap little solar light. The problem being is that on the inside, it's conical. Do you know what I mean? So you sort of want lights that go round the center pole, if that makes sense. I don't even know how you would do that. If you have any links, guys, you can drop them to me. Let me see what else now. Sort of need to Google this stuff now. Do you know that? Who's got an advert? Tell me if you have an advert. And I need a bed. Do you know what I mean? I need a bed of some description to go into this. Nah, that's not right. Yeah, I'll find something on Amazon, won't I? There'll be thousands and thousands of them. Let me see now. No. I'm the great cornholio. Do you know, a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't get that. Right, okay. So Ed got an ad. Who else got an advert, guys? I'm not really sure how this works. You see, it seems to be something new. That when I went to go live this time, I had a load of different options. Normally, I just have like a couple, and then just go live. But yeah, I had another. I had a few different things to do, guys. So it has been eventful. I really want to get started. I'm sort of torn when it comes between building this thing, building this workshop, starting a workshop, and getting a digger. A couple of big stumps on the floor of the workshop, you see. So if I got a digger, I could pull out the stumps, but then that's going to put me back a weekend, and it's going to cost me more money. So I know you guys think that I am like rolling in the YouTube millions. You know, I'm there just YouTube's just posting bundles of cash to me every day. I just have it downstairs as floor. I don't even have a proper floor. It's just bundles and bundles of cash lying about the place. So I should probably just buy a digger. Yes. No. Yeah, I might look into it. There you go, Ed. There you go. That's what I was just saying. A gold digger. That's a dad joke. That's I've been pulling the dad jokes out today. I've been getting on really well. Guys, I just wanted to come on. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder would that work. Let them burn. Let them burn. It might work. I'd have to clear around it a little bit to see. One of them was quite a big stump. So this is what I'm thinking. I did. Do you remember? You know the video where I dug out the stump? It's there. So there's three other stumps beside it. Yeah. I wonder how much it costs. What size of a digger? Is it a 3-ton digger? Yeah, it's a 3-ton, isn't it? One and a half ton digger, would that be enough? Let's try a 3-ton and let us see how much that costs. Let's say I want to hire it from tomorrow. It's £265 for 2 days to hire a bloody digger. Guys, they're not big. They're not big, and they are pine. So it's the same one that I dug out by hand. The pull stumps, Rob. Any other options? Guys, for that amount of money, I'd be digging them out by hand. But for that amount of money, I would get the kids to dig. Rob. For that amount of money, I would get the kids to dig them out by hand. A grinder. You probably could. You see, this is the thing. I don't know if places hire out stump grinders. £142 for the weekend. That is like that. Oh, with a £600 deposit, guys. A £600 deposit. Who the hell has that? Yeah, you might be better talking to some. I wonder if there's any tree surgeon guys about the place that have a stump grinder. Jimmy, how's it going? Tell Bruno, no, Bruno, leave the stick alone. And then he'll just eat it out. Yeah, I'm going to have one of the stumps is about 8 inches across. That's what we're talking about here. But there is a lot of work. And do you know what would make life a hell of what tool would make life a hell of a lot easier for stumping is the bloody reciprocating saw. My God, I was digging holes for posts yesterday, and you come across a root, just cut straight through it with the recip saw. Get an old blade, just cut straight through it. It is so easy, no messing about. Jesus Christ. So I also got a little 4.5-inch grinder, a Dewalt 4.5-inch grinder, and some floppy disks. Floppy disks. So you flat out, Chippy. Tom, I am not tying the stump to the back of the pickup. No way. Unless I put it on a pulley. Or something like that. And knowing my luck, when I would drive off, I'd pull down all the trees that the pulleys were connected to. It's in a forest. This is the problem, Rob. This is the problem I have with burning. Now, there's 3 stumps, and they're all beside each other, but they're also surrounded by trees. So it's I would have to come up with a plan. A man with a digger would cost you about £400 to £500 for the day. Doesn't matter what size the digger is. Do you know what I mean? So if I had Martin down to finish off the road for me, could I get him to come down with 2 diggers? Yeah, that might work as well, Rob. I might just have to dig it out. This is the thing. I might just have to take my time and dig them out. Yeah, but sure, that's what I did with the last one. Do you know what I mean? That was sort of I sort of had been thinking all along that I'm going to have to dig these out. I would have access for a small digger. This is it, Tom. Well, what I'd be worried about, Pat, would be the smouldering burn getting into the roots of the other trees that's around it. That would be the major hassle. So the thing about these roots is that they are not deep, but they are wide because they're pine trees. So they go very far and they're interconnected. Yeah, I could do that, Tom. I was sort of half thinking of digging down around them, cutting them flush, and sort of filling them back up again. And they are in a couple of different places where I am going to be putting a workbench anyway, so they are going to be covered over. Well, Ed, I'm sure if I'd done a bit of digging in a couple of ditches around here, I'd find something. There has to be stuff left over, doesn't there? Then I'd end up with a 6-foot crater that I'd have to fill in. An air spade, eh? There's Tom's coming up with the ideas. I think a stump grinder would be the best. Would be the best option if I could get one. Other than that, it would be a digger. There should be, Rob. I will have to go digging. An air spade is it's a trenching tool, isn't it? Isn't that what it is? I've seen somebody use one before. And have you seen the guys using the super high powered water jets for digging holes as well? That is unbelievable. It's like there's a big suction hose. No, I don't, Ed. I think all the tree surgeons I know, they hire boys in to do it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know anybody in the north. Yeah, it's a compressor with an air gun on it. I've seen them in use before. They are unbelievable when you think about what people are used to doing, digging holes and stuff like that. When you get air trenchers and stuff like that, they are so powerful. Teresa, how's it going? Yeah, that's what I mean. So like a petrol jet wash. Would that work? Could you get that to work? If you had a trailer with an ICB tote on it full of water, it might work. That could be a viable option. I'm sure somebody's done a video on it. I am sure that it is on YouTube already. I do. I teach it to a lot of primary 6 children. I am assuming that this is not Teresa. Oh, okay. Class. Yes, it works. It definitely works. So it's well, I hope Ryan's doing well. He's back to school and everything now, I'm sure. Yeah, it's getting something that is going to be portable enough. See, this is what has been thinking of a stump grinder, right? Because you literally would drive it to it and it would do the work, and then you could just take it away. Like it wouldn't be a lot of work. How long would it take? It might take you 2 hours, you know? And that would be what I would have to do. I would have to see about getting a stump grinder for 2 hours. Who would be local? Well, you know what? I'm on plenty of arborist sites. I'm sure I can figure out somebody who has one. It's just the cost, make it worth the while to come down and do a couple of hours work. Or I just roll up my sleeves and I get stuck into it and start digging again and breaking backs again and doing all those different things. Somebody did come up with a couple of good suggestions about using metal detecting spades. Have you seen metal detecting spades? They're serrated along the sides. They like have saw blades on the side, so that when you're cutting down, you're also cutting through roots and stuff like that. They seem very effective. But guys, that's a lot to think about. I'm getting a really sore throat. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to leave that there. It is good to be back. Thanks, Glenn. That's just what I needed. Oh, okay. Well, and okay. I'm not going to go yet. Marlon, thank you very much. I do have a lot of big drill bits as well, you see. Simon, what do you mean? Explain what you mean. A manual stump grinder. You mean one that doesn't move from side to side on its own? Sort of like a spork, yes, Tom. Marlon, you madman. I saw somebody once remove a stump with a big boring bit, and I have lots of them, big wood bits, and they put Epsom salts into the stump. Have you ever seen that? John Arnett, how is it going? I'm all good. I'm all good. Well, you see, I do leave high stumps. I do leave high stumps. I don't leave them 4 to 6 foot. That's very big. But I do leave them below higher. Good man, Ed. I do leave them at least a foot high for that reason. The thing is the last time I had Martin down and he was doing work and he had the digger there, I says, will you pull out stumps? And he was like, oh, I don't know. Digging out stumps is hard. I says, go over and give it a go. And he went and just pulled it straight out because they have been down for a while. Oh, good man, Chippy. Good man. Fair play. So let me see. I've missed something there. Potassium nitrate. Ooh, I like the sound of potassium nitrate. I have to go to Google now, you see. Oh, it's very, you can buy it. Do you know what? I could maybe try a couple of different methods and see which works best. It is used. Ah, okay. Yes, definitely would work. Definitely would work. Guys, sorry. is it used to make black powder? Is it used to make gunpowder? Rob, I'm probably on a watch list anyway. I wouldn't be too worried about it. I live in South Armagh. Jesus. You can buy it. You can buy it on Amazon. Oh, ice packs. Okay. Roundup, really? Kareem, you're very welcome. Roundup in the holes. What does Roundup do, Glenn? Hate Roundup. This is the problem. I'm very. It's a good saw. And everything goes dead. This is what we do. Just keep drilling. I'll put up a couple of posts, right? I have lots of stumps. I have hundreds of stumps. We'll put up a couple of posts. You see, I would agree with you, Ed. Yes. Roundup is basically Agent Orange, right? So we all have heard what happened with Agent Orange. Listen, guys, I'm going to definitely leave that there. I have a lot to think about. I need to get rid of these stumps. So we need to come up with at least 3 different methods to deal with these stumps and see which is the most effective. That is a good name, Rabbit Beaver. It works on a lot of levels as well. Guys, thank you. It is good to be back. I have some good, decent videos coming out for you this weekend. Yes, Ed. Jesus Christ. There's always one who has to go there. It's usually Pat, but today it's Ed. Diesel and fertilizer, Chubby. That will do it. That will do it. We invented that. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty.